extinguishers or repair kits. Good evening, Riv here, and welcome to Armoured Warfare. It's the first video for Armoured Warfare that I have on the channel. I was a, what did they call it back in the day, patron. I bought it as the game came out, put a bit of money into it and got some additional tanks and whatnot. But when this came out, I had been playing World of Tanks quite extensively, so I was going through a little bit of burnout when I first joined it. So after several months to a year, I kind of got over it. So there was a little bit of competition with World of Tanks, the original tank game, and War Thunder Ground Forces. Those two games, when you started off, you had the basic line of tanks and you worked down predetermined trees, very regimented in how you got new vehicles. Armoured Warfare changed that. Trees, I'll show you in game anyway. Trees were very different and allowed you to get access to higher tier tanks fairly quickly and easily. This made the game a little bit more exciting and not so much of a grind, but I think people were able to get to top tier fairly quickly, and they lost interest in it. They'd unlocked everything, so the game struggled, and after several months to a year or so, it just peaked, and the player base went back to World of Tanks and went back to War Thunder. It has had quite a few updates in the few years that it's been out, so I thought it would be time to jump back in and have a few matches and see how it was, see the current state of play, and if it was worthwhile going back and playing it again. So I'm going to jump in now. I'll give you a quick tour of the vehicles that I've unlocked, and then we'll see what's changed. Okay, so here we are at the main screen. It will look pretty similar to anyone who's played World of Tanks, Armoured Warfare, War Thunder. They all tend to look pretty much the same, some cosmetic differences. So at the moment I'm only filtering the tier 1 vehicles that I've unlocked. So each tank has got these insignias and stuff that you can put in. You basically get these from playing the game. You get them as rewards. You also have daily rewards. Every time you log in at a new day, you'll get a crate of some type. It could be money, it could be some of these insignias. They all do a certain thing. So Commander XP, you get a flat bonus to your XP for your Commander, just this guy. Your Crew XP are the other ones. Each vehicle can have different numbers of crew based on how big it is. Additional credits, additional reputation, and additional XP. You can load them up with all 5 if you like. And choose whether you want to auto resupply them. Your ammunition for your vehicles. This wasn't here last time I played. This is your machine gun. You could use this to test out if there's a light vehicle in between reloads of your shot. It has pretty low damage and penetration, so it's not going to do a lot of damage, but if you're if you're driving a vehicle that's got a very long reload, you throw a shot and there's a very minor amount of health left on the light or the medium vehicle. You may be able to use it to whittle away a little bit of damage in between your reloads. You could use it to take out PV objectives. There might be like a vehicle you've got to blow up or something. Instead of wasting a big long reload shot, you could just fire a couple of bullets from your machine gun. There are some uses. If you go into a town-based map and there's a lot of scenery, you could just use your machine gun to mow it down and clear it out a bit. So it has its uses, but in terms of combat, not so much, unless you're in really low tiers going against other lightly armoured light tanks. Another thing that's come out, I don't know how recent, but I haven't actually seen it yet, there are infantry. So you need a vehicle that has troop carrying capacity. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking something like these particular vehicles. I don't know if they do actually have... There you go, deploy AT squad. Anti-tank troops set ambushes that are highly effective against lightly armoured vehicles. We click on that here. We can change between anti-tank squad, sniper, and mortar. Yeah, so you can change these around. Sniper, effective against infantry and destroying vehicle optics. Cool. Long range, high arc, indirect fire, and ambushes. So that would be really good in towns. I'm just going to go into the vehicle tree now. So in World of Tanks and War Thunder, there are country factions, skill trees, or upgrade trees. In Armored Warfare, you don't have country-based vehicle trees there, factions. So Schrieber, he's got tanks from all over the world. So you can see here, this is a vehicle that I've got unlocked and I'm currently working my way through it. These ones, the greyed out, are not. These ones here, I've unlocked and I've got upgrades on them. So you can see on the left, when you hover over the factions, it'll actually give you a brief description on the type of vehicles that you'll be playing. So the Jack of all trades, they're beginner style vehicles, and they're the ones that have the double XP. And are good for beginner players. When you're first playing this game, this is the tree that will allow you to do pretty much everything. A fan favourite of mine is the Tier 5 M60A2. It's the KV2 equivalent for anyone who plays World of Tanks. It's not super heavily armoured on the hull. The turret is quite heavily armoured, but it has a massive derp of a cannon on the front of it. You can also fire ATGMs, anti-tank guided missiles. Has a long reload though. If we bring up the protection window here, and then go down to the armor layout, you can see here the darker the blue, the heavier the armor. So right in the gun mantle, right behind in the turret, and the front of the hull, you're looking at some pretty heavy armor. Yeah, the Starship, the M60A2, was a favourite of mine as I was leveling up. Go to the next one, the Sophie Wolfli, Think Then Act. High accuracy, good vision, excellent camo, suitable for mid and long range combat. So here you'll see double ups. So if I went to here and I unlocked the M60A2, because I liked these tanks because they got the double XP, got down into the M60A2, and then come across into here, and I can get the M1 Abrams. So you will see a lot of double ups across all the trees. If you unlock a tank, check the other trees and see if you've just unlocked a branch to a vehicle that you really want to play. So yeah, in Wolfie, you've got the Abrams, you got Leopards. I did go right through these, the M48, the M60. They put in the M41 at a later stage when they redesigned all these trees. The Leopard 1, Leopard 1A5. Wheeled vehicles. I do have a couple of them. I did find them quite different to play compared to tacks for obvious reasons. They're wheels instead of tracks. You can't stand still and rotate your hull if you're in this LAV 600. What I found it in would be things like the Dragoon 300, a much lower tier vehicle. You'd be hiding behind a rock, and you needed to reposition. You had to, steer your wheels, move forward or backwards, and move around. The vehicles also didn't stop quite as quickly compared to tank tracks. It was a different experience to play with them. Then when you got into some of the really fast ones, like the little Fox here, that's a 100km/h vehicle. So is that one. We can compare that here to a tank, 65k's, 75, 100k's. 100k's looks to be about the top speed. We go to this tree, I think has vehicles like this. So these are what I would say would be the fastest vehicles, they're still 100k. So it looks like all your wheeled vehicles are sitting at 100ks. This little XM800, I remember it being really fast, and because it was very small, it was quite difficult to hit when you were scouting on a speed run. The LAV 150, that one I think is the first vehicle when Armoured Warfare came out that had wheels on it. So the LAV 90, which I think became a premium vehicle. The LAV 150-90. I don't know. It was a while ago. I think it was the LAV 150. Very difficult to control when all your other vehicles were tank tracks, and then you'd switch over to this one and you'd have to relearn how you were going. Grab 110. Okay, that's probably the fastest one. Crab and Sphinx. BT70. You can see here the sorts of vehicles that you would use in this particular tree. There are a lot more vehicles as well. You can compare it to Sol. That's all you've got. A lot more vehicles here, and you'll start seeing the double ups. If we go down to Marat Shishkin, they brought the IS-7 in, World of Tanks, top tier tank, and they brought it in here, and it was I thought it was only a tier 3, but it's now a tier 4, so maybe it came in at tier 4 and I just can't remember. Partly possible. But yeah, IS-7 tier 10 tank in World of Tanks comes in here at tier 4. But then when you're comparing it to T90s and T90As and Abrams and Challenger 2s, it stands to reason that an IS-7 would be quite low tier. Chieftain Mark 11s. So these are the sorts of tanks that you'll see in here. Strength through endurance, vehicle, high firepower, pretty good defense, best suited to close combat situations. Type 55, Type 64, T80, Leopard 2, T72s, T90s, the Ramkas. Then you got your smaller armored fighting vehicles. Then you got your Chieftain line, Chieftain Mark II, Mark 10, Chieftain 90, Chieftain 900, sorry, Challenger 1, the Al Hussein, Challenger 2, Challenger 2 ATDU. These sorts of things are basically bunkers. Just get into a place and start shooting. I remember the T14 Armata was supposed to be really good. I never got to it. Right, Zhang Feng. Invest in new tools. They'll give you work longevity, vehicles, excellent mobility, dynamic combat, close range, self-propelled gun. So this is your artillery line, your artillery faction, and a lot of fast-moving vehicles. Yeah, Type 59, 69, 79, 80, Type 96. Then you got your artillery. M108, the Gozdika. I'm going to pretend I know how to pronounce that. Challengers down here. So if you did want to work your way down here with artillery, you could get your Challenger and come back in here, and you would already be ready to go up to your last 3 tanks. Palmario, Centauro. Lots of artillery here. The Abbott was a normal vehicle when it first came out, and then it eventually got moved to a premium vehicle. Not sure why. I think it was the Abbott and the Gozdika were the low tiers, and then this M108 came in place of the Abbott. Then this faction came out. Touche Personnel, customized vehicles for different playstyles. A bunch of premium vehicles. That's a French AMX 50. Pretty sure it has a magazine on it. E2 Black Panther. It's like a good vehicle to go hull down. Looks like it's very low turret, but a fixed firing position. Now the C1 Ariete. That was my favourite tank destroyer when it first came out. I think I got it in the pack that I bought when I bought the game. There were a couple of tanks that I got. A ram car, something or other. They called it the Terminator. Had dual machine guns on the front, heavy caliber machine guns, and then 4 rocket pods on the side, anti-tank guided rockets. That thing, it was also unmanned turret as well, so you could get hull down and be protected. It just used to decimate everything in PvP. I think they nerfed it a little bit just to make it a bit more even, because it was one of those vehicles that were terribly overpowered. But yeah, this also came in the pack, I think, and it was a great tank. A really powerful weapon and fast firing, and used to just do all kinds of damage. And then this one here, Dark Horse, rare vehicles, unique technology, prefer non-standard tactics. I don't have any vehicles in there. You can see the sorts of vehicles that you're getting here. 8-wheeled. It's a Jeep with rocket pods on it. This one looks cool. M113 Hellfire. That's 8. I don't know if they're ATGMs or unguided rockets. It's a big machine gun on there. E249 Vigilante. Gatling guns. Ramco 99. That's the non-premium version of the Terminator that I've got. M1A2 Abrams. Tank test bed. Unmanned turret. Advanced hydraulic suspension, gas turbine. A lot of this stuff has changed. I don't even know what that is. Recon package, missiles only, hybrid engine, adjustable suspension, neutral, steering, improved reverse. Okay, so it's a scout vehicle. That's an interesting looking vehicle too. But then now you've got here where you can see all the vehicles. Yeah, there's a few of them. You just show the premiums. So these are those ones that are rentals. I'm not sure how I got them, but this one here, I think I got it from the web store. I had some extra gold left over. I don't remember, it was years ago. This one has a suspension, so you lift it up into the highest setting, you can drive around, maneuver really easily, but then you can lower it down to reduce the profile, protect your hull a little bit more, and it makes maneuvering a little bit more difficult. It doesn't turn very easily, it doesn't go very fast, gets hung up on things. So basically you move into position, you drop down into your lower position, shoot, whatnot, then lift back up and take off. The Zalo-S, that was another one I believe that came with the pack that I bought. I think I bought the top tier pack, I can't remember. But it came with a bunch of tanks and premium time and whatnot. Really good sniper, 8 wheels. I think it had a little bit of armor, but it certainly it went down quick if you got too close. This one was interesting. It fires one missile at a time, big missile, but the animation that actually the stand goes back into the turret, then the turret opens up and comes out with a new one after a few seconds, which is the reason I bought it, because I saw someone else using it. I'm like, yeah, I need one of those. I like all things new and shiny, so. Chieftain Mark 6 with the camo on it. Alright, I think that will about do it. very briefly on Battle Path. I think it's every month or so, it tells you up here, 20 days left on it. You can use your gold to buy your way into this Battle Path. It has a lot of prizes, has some tanks that you can win as well, or unlock. You do accumulate by playing normal matches, these battle coins. If you go into, I think it's review, you can see here, start off at tier 1 and you unlock these things. So it's an avatar. I've got this one up here from another battle path years ago. It's got a star. You can, as you play through these, you get these coins and you can unlock all these as you're playing through. Yeah, things like gold, that's 500,000. 3, that's 5 million gold, 5 million currency. There's a tank. There's titles. Another tank. We just zip forward. Here's some of the higher tier. E72. Machine gun on the turret. Things like 14 days of premium time. That's just gold. And that looks like it, so level 60. It looks like you have a choice. 200 gold. This T15 Kinzal. And a skin. Maybe you get all 3 of them. That looks more likely. So yeah, as you play these battle paths and you have missions that you do, you unlock these, and you can see here the vehicles that you're unlocking. So if you get just to level 20 of the battle path, you're still going to get a tank if you do manage to. So I would suggest waiting until the start of the month if you do decide to invest in the gold to get into this, and then just play it as much as possible to get these higher tier rewards. So you can see your missions that you've got here. Main battle tank, light tank, armored fighting vehicle, tank destroyer, SPG. Finish in top 3 in the XP ranking 10 times in PvP, or collect 10 blue star medals in PvE. And it gets you 1,000 battle coins, and you use those coins to purchase your way through here. Use coins to unlock new levels of the battle path, participate in battles, and complete missions to earn coins. You may also purchase them. So there you go. You use your gold to unlock the battle path, and then you use these coins, which you get by just playing other battles, to purchase your way through it. I don't know, I can't remember what it was per rank. If it's like 10 battle coins each level or whatnot, I'm not sure. But you can also play these missions to get rewards like introduction. That's 1,000 battle coins. Yeah, that's a boost there for your battle coins, 900% battle coins. If you had that active when you completed some of these quests, you're going to be raking in a lot of coins, and you can level your way up pretty quickly. Anyway, I think that's about all we really need to cover outside of the game, so I'm going to pick a tank, and I think we'll do a PvE match. So I was going to use one of heavy tanks. I'm more of a heavy tank player, but I think games like World of Tanks, everyone's seen heavy tanks trundling around. So we might go something a bit different. But it actually made me think I should mention this as well. You get these field rebuild kits here. So you go into your consumables. You've got your standard spare parts, fire extinguisher, medical kit that you get in all the other games as well. Then you've got these. They give you 100% health restoration for your vehicle. And then you've got this premium version of it, which can be used up to 3 times. When you're in a PvE match, when you die, a countdown timer pops up on your screen. It gives you, I think it's about 5 seconds, and you can pay your currency The first time you die, it costs about 5,000 cash and will respawn you at the start of the map with full health. If you die again, I'm pretty sure it doubles and you'd be 10,000 cash to respawn again. You can buy these for 25,000. That allows you to fully heal your tank. You can't use it once you're dead. So if you're really low on health, pop one of those and get back into the match. So we'll pick something. Now, we saw this via premium vehicles. There are a few vehicles that I've picked up back when I was playing, things which are non-standard for the game, things like the IF7. I believe that was actually given to everyone. The T62 veteran, I think it was American Veterans Day, I believe they gave that out to everyone. The AMX 10P, I think that came with the game when I bought it. This thing's got this Frankenstein looking skin over it. I believe I got that from one of these battle paths a long time ago. The Zalo S, that one came with the pack that I bought. Got a cool vehicle, very long barrel on it. Chieftain Mark 6. Don't remember how I got that, but the camo net on it is pretty cool. This here is the IT1 with the big missile on it. Very low profile tank. That's the Object 279. The experimental tank, that was one that came out in the Patron when I first bought the game, the pre-order pack. That was a really cool tank, very low profile, very maneuverable, very fast. Had an unmanned turret, big gun on it. It was really cool to play. They brought out this reskin version of it. I don't know why. I don't remember how I got it. I just got into the game one day and I had two versions of the experimental tank for reasons. The MBT-70, that is like a KV-2. It's a tank with a massive derp on it. Cool vehicle, very long reload, but it's like a shotgun to the face. This, I saw someone use it in a game and immediately, as soon as the match was over, I alt-tabbed out to the store and I looked for it. I had a whole bunch of gold still from the pre-order pack and bought it. It fires, I think it's 40 unguided rockets, just pointed in a direction and you hold the trigger down and it just starts firing. It holds 80 in total. Once 40 are shot, it has a reload. The reload's like a minute or something, but just a really unique vehicle. The turret does swivel around. It does go really fast and it's quite maneuverable, but you need to be behind something because it will get taken out really quickly. This WZ-1224, quite tough from the front to penetrate because of the sloping. The only other thing I remember about it was that the gun elevation was quite poor. The XM1, it was a normal vehicle. I actually got it unlocked and then it went to premium and got replaced with, I think it may have been the Challenger. Really tanky kind of tank. It was great. It was my kind of play style, just roll in there, start face hugging things and shooting it. Quite a good tank. This thing, I did notice it on the store. There were a few of them that had these neon lights and thought I need to get one of those because it was all shiny and really stood out. So I had to look, there were a few of them, and this one here was an Abrams turret on an M60 or something or other. Yeah, main battle tank prototype, M60 series. Tanks that you want to be camouflaged, and then someone turns up in this black tank with neon lights on it. Yeah, had to have it. This was another one, had this skin on it. Really cool tank, very sloped on the front. Relied pretty much solely on its sloping for protection. Armor was not really there. I think somewhere around the 320 370mm. Be cool if you could actually click on it and see, or as you move the mouse over it, it told you what it was. But yeah, it's not very heavily armoured, particularly from the sides. Rely on that sloping. And the last one was this thing. Don't know why that's black. Never used to be. There we go. Must have just been a graphic anomaly. This vehicle was pretty cool. Fairly maneuverable. Fires 2 ATGMs. I think I might use this vehicle, and then we'll do a, I don't know, maybe something like the Object 279 or the Disco Tank. So now go to mode selection. You got your normal PvE. This PvE is pretty easy. Once you're experienced enough at playing tanks, you should be able to solo one of these matches without too much difficulty. They're designed that if you're an experienced player, you can carry the team with it. The hardcore matches, if you're really good at it, you could probably solo it. I'm going to do a standard operation on it because we'll do a hardcore. I was going to say because I'm not too familiar with, I've only played this vehicle a couple of times and it was years ago, but I can always respawn if I die. So I do hardcore, and you can see here, tier 1 to 3, it's an unknown wait time. Tier 5 looks to be the sweet spot, but even 8+, you're getting pretty quick matches. I do recall this map, and it is not going to be happy for my particular tank. We actually don't have a very good team layout for this. So my active ability on the E key, that looks to be like a turbo boost. Q, I'm not sure what that is. G, that's my smoke screen. It's the smoke screen that comes out all around me. There are other ones that you shoot grenades forward, but this is not one of them. Because I need line of sight to fire these rockets, or I shoot up here and then I guide them down, we're going to be less than useful in a lot of situations. An SU-152 just sitting up there.
Those supply trucks belong to the NDAA. Black Company, if you can, destroy their supply trucks. Do not let them expand into this area. Good work. You've gone above and beyond, and I'll make sure you're rewarded for it.
And definitely not a good map for this vehicle. I don't want to waste a missile on that.
Enemy reinforcements moving in. Hold
Okay.
on a bit longer, Black Company. Identify target.
Awesome, thanks.
We took it.
They're mobilized.
Identify target.
Awesome, thanks.
Why that missed, but anyway.
Ammo up. Target down.
Identify target.
Awesome, thanks. Smoke grenade out.
Identify.
Awesome, thanks.
Ooh.
Target eliminated.
Oh, my cover's gone.
Stay near this. Identify target.
Awesome, thanks. Oh.
There you go, you can lock your turret. Forgot about that.
Awesome, thanks.
With your ATGMs, when you shoot them, so I could actually shoot up here and bring it down on top of something over the ridge line. It's difficult to do, but once you learn how to do it, it can be quite useful.
Smoke out, move.
Don't really want to be in the open, but not a safe place to be.
Identify.
Awesome, thanks. Reloading.
Everyone's moving around now. Brown ones to get their last shot in.
Good work. Our extraction team's heading in from town and they'll be there shortly. Thank you.
100k, could have been 200 with premium. Actually have a whole bunch of from the daily rewards. You get these boosts, which I already showed you. Just logging in each day, you get things like this. You get crates, and the crates have rewards in them. So there's 8 months of premium time. 14 days, 4 lots of 7 days, 2 lots of 3 days. Do one more match. Where do we go this one? You probably haven't seen that if you're watching this. Probably haven't seen a tank like this play. So why don't we do a PvP random? Be quite dangerous to play this vehicle because it's so weak. The armor is not very good. It's a playstyle that I'm not really used to. The sitting in the back and sniping or whatnot. I'm more of an up close and personal kind of tank player. But you can see the wait times here. That's 1 minute. So we'll see what time spent in queue is up the top here, and then I will come back to you. Okay, that came through at 50 seconds. We're now loading into it. I should also mention down the side here, you've got these daily challenges that you can do, and you can see some of the rewards that you get there. A bit of cash, and look like achievement points or something. Okay, that map is new, or I don't know it. We got tier 5 to tier 6. M up close to the top. And all of our heavy tanks are down around the tier 5. Swingfire is a good tank on the enemy team. 5th from the top. That is a big barrel on that SU-152. Alright. So it looks like we can go up that way through the town, through the countryside over there, or down around here. Looks a little bit more hilly. That'll be their spawn location, so that's the objective over there we've got to get to. Okay, this looks like a sniper's position up here, so probably not where I want to be. Okay, let's not drive off the cliff. And yes, you can hold spacebar and do a handbrake turn. I think this is the best place for me. Like it could be. Because I want to be close to the objective. Without bellying out on a rock. And I believe the stealth mechanic being several meters behind cover will not give you away. Those red dots are over there. That guy's not going to last much longer. Sitting out there on his own. Yeah, I'm not bum rushing the enemy lines. We've lost the town. I wonder if we should scope out that cap point. It is very open. If there's any cover over there. I don't have any fire extinguishers or repair kits. That's going to be pretty much the end of me. Missed. Boom. Got hung up on that rock over there. Yeah, so this, I don't know this map. They're preempting the enemy to come down the left side to get to the cap point, but they just came through town, so that would have been a much better place to situate there. Yeah, so that was a very low profit PvP match, 65 versus 130 with a premium account. Didn't do a great deal. Let's go something a little bit more in my style. Everyone likes a party tank. Alright, co-op, hardcore. I think I know that map. 8 seconds. So yeah, very quickly down here, you're looking at 500,000 and 30. They look like achievement points. 5 out of 500. That's one of those quests. The perfect camouflage for the desert. Now I'd want fluoro yellow and black. Or this sandy coloured paint job. Neon lights or go home. I'm going to load the heat. So you can see the G key, the smoke screen. They're smoke screens that you shoot. Why is everyone going all the way back there?
Black Company, change of plans. Our plane's been hit and we need the intel from their hard drive about the Lions. Find the plane, get the intel, and see if there are any survivors.
Yeah, everyone's a sniper.
That's got to be one of the SAM sites targeting our plane. Take them all out. We took a hit.
What the?
Smoke out, move, move!
When I was in hardcore then, that could have gone quite badly.
Identify. Hostile PC. Mode heat. Ammo up. Identify target. Hostile tank. Loader heat.
Oh, that's a Terminator.
Loader heat.
Guess I'm playing Scout.
Identify target. They hit us hard. Commander down. Taking over. Hostile PC.
I loaded up some of those repair kits. I don't believe I'm going to be finishing this match. If I can get up to the higher ground. We'll respawn on that one. Maybe play it a little bit wiser. Yeah, you could go up there on the map along the far right ridge. I'd actually load some AP. He's just used that PvP repair kit. Can't have the gun elevation. Glad I swapped ammo. Am I getting a shot through there?
Careful in there. That's the Lions of Neckwheel Town, so proceed with extreme caution. There's no telling what they might do.
Okay, these are the big guys. Got the stars on them, they're like your elites. More health, more armor, more killing power.
Identify. Hostile tank. Load Sabo. Identify. Hostile tank. Loader Sabo. Loader heat. Identify targets. Hostile tank. Loader heat.
Where that lieutenant went. In the town somewhere.
Protect the plane. We've accessed the hard drive remotely, but need time to download the intel. Load heat. Load Sabo.
there he is.
Loader, Sabo. Loader, Sabo. Loader, Sabo. Loader, Sabo. We took a hit.
Should have stayed in cover.
Shit, we're hit again.
Alright, we'll do one more. So I'm not running premium at the moment. The profit margin's going to be pretty low on this one. I think I might go through the town.
Good work. You've cleared the skies for us.
M8 Buford on the map up there.
Road, Sabo.
Oh, the little crab. You've ever seen them in match?
Identify target. Also, PC.
So you don't want to start the cap here until you've got everyone in position, because there's respawn wave that comes over there.
Identify target. Also, truck. Hit a track.
Oh, that's an M1A2. Not the place I want to be. It's a good spotting place, but not a good surviving place. Okay, well, someone else has gone into the cap. May as well go in now.
Road, Sabo.
Yeah, respawn wave used to come in from the back here, as well as over the bridge over there. There is an ST1 up there somewhere. There he is.
Intel's been downloaded. Thanks, Black Company.
Okay, so there's no wave.
How important it is to stop the Alliance.
There used to be. Okay, profit's going to be low. Actually, it's higher than I thought it would be. 130k. Probably from the spotting. There's too many stats for me to bother. I made cash. Cool. It's a premium tank. The premium tanks have a higher cash reward at the end. So that's the end of that video. It's going to be a long one because we had a few matches in there. Weren't very good matches, if I'm honest. I think I need a little bit more practice it has been quite a few years since my World of Tanks, Armored Warfare, and War Thunder days. But yeah, it just felt like now might be a good time to get back into it. So I think the next couple of days I might throw down one of those premium tokens that I've got and see if we can have a few matches that are worth recording and chuck them up there. So what I might do is re-download World of Tanks and War Thunder Ground Forces and see if there's a tank that is the same across all three games and do a side-by-side, see how the tank performs in the game, compare the graphics and the atmosphere and the enjoyment factor, make another video of that and see if that's worthwhile for people. If you like the video, please drop it a like and subscribe, comment on it if you want to see more of them, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.